Peace, peace, peace. I'm just going live to talk about my show and upcoming guests, man. Y'all bandwidth messed up or something. Seems like there's a delay or a drag or something. So I'll be going live to talk about my show, which is Versatile Radio. Um, it's on WDRB Media. Let me read y'all the thing, right? It's Thank you for tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community, the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. You're listening to Versatile Radio, and I'm the host, Carlos Clark. So that's how I start my show. Well, I actually start the show with Return of the Mac, right? I forgot the name of the guy name who sang it because I had during my time away, I did 17 years in the feds, and while I was away, I always envisioned myself having this big party when I came home, and the king was returning, and I'm like, okay, I was a Mac when I was out there, right? So I'm thinking like that's my theme song, Return of the Mac. So I just had a vision for coming home and having a party and coming out to that song, right? So now when I get to fast forward, when I get this radio show, we talk about how do I want to start my show. It was a no brainer. I said, yeah, I gotta start with this song. So my show started out talking about simply real estate, because I'm a real estate agent, right? In the state of North Carolina. But it kind of morphed. It changed, right? Because in real estate, I was talking about real estate stories, talking about my stories. I invited other realtors to share stories, but no one took me up on my invites, right? So my producers, the show's producers, advised me to start doing interviews. Well, okay, well, that's interesting. That's a good idea. And I do have a little stroke. I got a little influence. I know a few people. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do some interviews. And I started doing interviews. And the interviews kind of like took off. All right, so now I'm just in interview mode. I'm just thinking about like, who can I interview? And really, I kind of set the bar high for myself because my first interview was a guy named Daryl Quentin Slade, right? He's an author, young guy out of Winston-Salem, um, business owner, entrepreneur. He does a little bit of everything, right? And I wanted my radio show to highlight exactly that: entrepreneurs, young black business owners, right? Or not necessarily black business owners, but minority business owners. So that show didn't do right because I taped it on a streamer, and I hadn't familiarized myself enough with streaming platform, so I didn't record. I thought I was recording, but the whole show didn't record. I actually did that twice. So my next interview was Ashanti Hamilton, right? And he's a fellow Dudley Eagle Speakers Bureau member, right? One of the founding members, right? So I interviewed him, and I got it right. Got the record it right, got the sound right. That was my first show, successful shows with him. Then I did Melvin Farmer. He's the kind of hard to describe, man. Melvin is OG from the Eight Trade Gangster Crips, if I'm not mistaken. Eight Trades, right? And but I don't focus on the negative part of the person's story. I focus on them now. So although Melvin has been a Crip for 40 years, I ain't what we talking about. What you doing now, Melvin? After all those years of incarceration, right? You did 30 some years in prison. What are you doing now? So that's what we focused on. And the show was called From a Tax Burden to a Tax Preparer. My office is in my loft, so you hear my TV downstairs. But then after Melvin, it was Jack Woodson, who's a local celebrity, local guy I came up with in Virginia, who had some pitfalls and he bounced back well, right? He puts on. He has a radio station. I forgot. I think it's 88.9. What's his radio station? He also does a festival in Lynchburg, Virginia. He started downtown. He does it twice a year, I think. He does the Soul Family event in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's a nice gathering. But he's bounced back after, like me, incarceration. Then after him, I interviewed Ayatollah Mar, who is an old school Piru, right? And he told me he's the oldest living active Piru. I interviewed him, so that was a very interesting. And Marv is a wealth of knowledge in business. And it's crazy coming from where he came from to where he's at now. Put me on to a lot of things, man. After Marv, I interviewed Peter Schuh. Peter Schuh is a legendary drug dealer, kingpin, whatever you want to call him, from New York City, the Bronx specifically, right? Used to mess with Madonna in the early 90s, 80s, and 90s. He used to mess with Madonna. So he went away for a while because what he says, Madonna set him up. And that was an interesting interview. Then that one just aired Thursday past. Next Thursday is airing. No, I told him Marv just aired past Thursday. Peter Schuh's interview will be next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm forgetting somebody. And then last night I interviewed Big Dominic, right? A lot of people ain't hip to Big Dominic, right? Big Dominic is a guy serving natural life. He's a part of the Academy of Hope. It's a group, nonprofit established by Andre Norman, who's a public speaker, also returning citizen. He's been very successful since his return. He's instituted a lot of programs, curriculums for prisons, and he goes into these prisons speaking. He goes to different places speaking, man, states, cities, countries. He's just a very successful speaker, but he always talks about his OG, who was Big Dominic, right? And how Dominic helped him, right? And that made me, and I met them both. I was a part of the program. He brought me down to speak. So yeah, it was an honor. And I met Dominic, right? And I, we developed a bond relationship. So, I would call him every once in a while. I was like, you know what? I want to interview you for my show. I like interviewing no one knows about, right? Who secretly influence the people that you do know about. So after Dominic, I'm supposed to be interviewing next will be Rick Ross. If I could nail him down, he's just constantly in flux. He's not never not busy, right? It's just you gotta catch him when he's the least busy, because he's one of those people. He's always busy. And I joined his millionaire group, right? Rick Ross is gonna surprise people. He's brilliant, right? A lot of sense, man. So if you see something that he's a part of, I suggest you get with it, right? And this behind me is my daughter. This is our company, Carlia's Hair Bun Covers. We started. You can go to carliashairbun.com if you would like to find out about our product, which is a hair bun cover, as you see, and it's made by me, manufactured by myself and my family. And it's a new way to style your hair bun. Right, hair bun, it protects it and it styles it. Comes in different fabrics, different colors, different sizes. Go to the website, learn more about them. And we also have bonnets on there. And it's carliashairbunCovers.com. Carlia is spelled Carlia. And then it's Carlia's, so it'll be CARLIAS, hairbunCovers.com. Support, subscribe, listen in. If you want to find out more about me, go to CarlosParksSpeaks.com. Again, That's CarlosParksSpeaks.com. Peace.